Hey guys, it is TB here, and today we're going to be doing something I've never done before on the channel, but I do want to try doing it. And it's a tier list for music in video games. And today we're going to be covering the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach soundtrack, which I think is a bit underrated, and it's pretty cool. Anyway, the tier list is going to be structured from, of course, S down to E. E is basically garbage, like it shouldn't be in the game, I don't know why it's in there. And at the top, S rank being how memorable was the song? Does it have some variety and doesn't just loop itself over and over again? And is it suitable for the game and the area that it's played in the game? However, these are just my opinions. And, you know, you have your own opinions as well. Be free to leave them down in the comments below. And thanks for watching. So let's get started. First, I just want to mention what I won't be covering, which will be the ambience or small sounds, like those pizzaplex, otherworldly, or deep noises that are in the soundtrack. They're just, you know, part of the environment. They're not really music. And as well as the ending/credit music, apart from those three main versions of the elevator theme. Without further ado, let's begin. We're going to start with the main menu music. So it's a music box version of the main theme. Let's give it a listen. Obviously very, very creepy. It's slowed down. I think it suits its purpose just fine, being like just a small, subtle main menu music when you're selecting and going through the options. And yeah, I do quite like this. It serves its purpose just fine. Obviously, it's not the most memorable track in the game, but it is creepy, and it's mostly a loop of the main theme. So, I think, I think I'm gonna have to put this in C tier. It's creepy. It suits its purpose just fine. Yeah, it's nothing too special. All right, next we're going to the main theme. It's pretty obvious with this intro theme. Well, it's played in the intro, and it's also called the main theme. They're pretty much the same song. And yeah, it does sound a lot like Van Halen's Jump. It's definitely, I think, inspired by that type of music, and I think it suits the whole game very well. Anyone who's played the Security Breach knows this song. Okay, it's basically reiterated again and again in different ways throughout the entire game. It's very grand. It suits the time period very well. Yeah, really gives me Jump vibes. And it's got some animatronic voices, sort of muffled. It's got that electronic kind of sound. The guitar, of course, from Chica. So yeah, I think this is very much the heart and soul of this game's music, because a lot of other songs are derived from this one. And this is by far the most memorable after having played the game, because the end credit music are all variations of this music, and the elevator theme as well. So yeah, and it's really good. I like the guitar riffs and the animatronic noises. They help keep the song progressing, and it doesn't feel repetitive, and it does have a nice structure. So for all of that, I think this is just perfect for the game, perfect way to start the game. It's going in S tier for me. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, next, right after the S tier, we're gonna go with something that I don't know why it's in the game. Well, I just don't like it really. And you're free to have your own opinion. But I think this just sounds absolutely trash. I mean, it fits the time period, but I don't know. It was used for some of the advertising they did for the game on YouTube. They did like these little Freddy and Friends music videos that were quite well animated. But this song, Forever and Ever, Freddy and Friends music, it does not sound good at all. It just sounds cheesy. So it sounds very much like an old kind of track. It's just annoying as, honestly. Chica going like, making these noises the whole time. It's just terrible, honestly. I mean, it's not even that creepy. It's just kind of, it's just weird, really. It's just bizarre. Whoa. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Is just, that's horrible. Ew. Go down to the E tier, please. Okay, next up, this theme is for the daycare. Now, before I play it, before I talk about it, I was torn because when I was doing these ratings, I was considering how well the song progresses and like changes throughout the track. Like it doesn't do the same thing over and over again. But I'm giving this song a pass because the whole theme of the daycare with Sun is that he's insane. Basically, he's an insane character. I actually like this music. It very well suits the area. So here we go. I think literally anyone who's played this game knows the daycare music. It's one of the most memorable sections in the game. I like the toy squeaks in there. It just sounds so goofy, and it suits the area perfectly. Like for this daycare they've made, this is the best music they could have made, I think. Just makes you bop up and down, bro. It's so good. And yeah, it fits the game perfectly. Yeah, it's very repetitive, but it just sounds like something's not right. And I think that's really good to have in a Five Nights at Freddy's game. So yeah, Daycare, I'm gonna have to put an S tier because for what it is and the purpose it serves it perfectly well. And it makes the Daycare one of the most memorable parts of the game. Alright, and next up, another part of the game that I do remember quite well and that I really enjoyed was the Fazer Blast area. I think I had a lot of fun in that laser tag section. It actually reminded me of some laser tag I did as a kid. So here's the Space Lobby theme. It's got that iconic main theme, just redone in sort of a spacey, sci-fi kind of way. I like the special effects they added in. Sounds very alien-like. So for that Space Lobby, I'm going to put that in B tier. I think it is better than the main menu theme, which is just the normal theme as a music box. I think this has a lot of flair to it, and I think it sounds a bit better. The Fazer Blast Jam and the Fazer Tag are the same theme, just done a bit differently. Here they are. This is the Blast Jam theme. Fazer Blast Jam. Honestly, this fits the sci-fi theme of the game perfectly. Like, very well. I love how it sounds. I think that this is the best they could have done for the laser tag section. Really upbeat, really good. It makes me want to play laser tag. And changes a bit here. So really cool. Oh, and I like that reverberation there. And we go to Fazer Tag. It's the same theme, I think. It's a bit lower quality. Yeah, definitely. So it's just a lower quality version of the same thing. So I'm just going to keep these as the same thing. I'll just call it the Fazer Blast music. And we're going to put that in S tier. I think it perfectly captures that laser tag area of the game. It suits the game, you know, this big pizzaplex. It fits the time period very well, like the main theme and the daycare theme. Like this is another perfect theme for the area that it's in. I quite liked the laser tag section, although some of the mechanics were a little bit annoying. But we're here to rank the music, not the mechanics. All right, so next is the L Chips theme. I did do a joke in one of my earlier videos about how good L Chips music is, and it is pretty good. But listening to it now, compared to those other themes, compared to that epic laser tag theme we just heard. I don't think it's as good. Let's take a listen to the old ship theme, that beautiful Mexican music. So the song does change. I just skipped to the middle of it. Let me just go back to the beginning. They got the mariachi band on this one. Da, 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 da. And it changes a bit midway through here. So I did, as much as I do like the old chip theme, the time period of the game doesn't really show in the song, and also it is kind of random. Like it's a Mexican restaurant in the middle of this pizzaplex, and I think it is a really good song. It has great Mexican vibes and everything, but it just wasn't memorable, right? You often forget, hey, why is there a Mexican song in this game? Right? It's not creepy. It doesn't fit the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise that well, honestly. And El Chips isn't even an animatronic that walks around. He's not even there, so you don't even remember the song. So I just put an A tier for that, but it is a very decent song, and I do like it. Alright, next is Venta Black. This is one of the unused tracks. This will be the first unused one we look at. And yeah, this song is very unsettling, but I really like it for that. So let's take a listen. I think this is definitely my favorite out of the unused track. Here it is. So very unsettling. Animatronics, breathing. You can hear machines buzzing. It's very, very atmospheric, I would say. Definitely atmospheric. And then you get that main tune in the background coming through now. This played in one of the trailers, I believe, for the game. I just skipped ahead. And it continues with that breathing, that piano playing. I really do like it. It's almost as if the game was going to go for a much darker vibe. It's super creepy. It does stay the same most of the way through. It is super creepy, very unsettling, but it wasn't used in the final game, and it has a completely different vibe from the rest of the songs. It's very, almost kind of like solemn and sad. But yeah, I recommend you, if you're going to listen to any of the unused songs after watching this video, you should check out Venta Black. It's really impactful, I think, and atmospheric for a darker animatronics, almost like they're suffering and breathing. It's really cool. But yeah, because it wasn't used in the final game, and I don't know if there'll be a proper place for it, and it is not as memorable as some of the other songs, so I'll put it in B tier. But I do like that one, and I think it's definitely worth checking it out. Next is the DJ Music Man theme. Here's the theme. So yeah, it's kind of just dubstep, quite loud, very epic, you know, it's for the boss fight. So, the DJ Music Man theme. I do like it a lot, but not that much. Like, I know a lot of people really love this song. Like, they think it's one of the best in the game. I like it. It is memorable. The boss fight was memorable. I wouldn't say it's my personal favorite though, but I think I'm gonna put it on the A tier for now. So yeah, that's where I'll rank it. All right, we're gonna do the Golf Swamp theme from Gator Golf. This song goes hard. That guitar. It's so good. Just makes me want to swing my head where it's... Oh. This song has no right being this good. Honestly, if I wasn't making this video, I'd probably listen to that song the whole way through. It's so good. It sounds epic throughout the whole thing, and the loud roars you hear of the crocodiles in the background when you're in the game, like in the Gulf area, makes it sound perfect. Like, you know, hearing the crocodile roars over top the music. It really fits in. And it's perfect for Monty's character. I have to put this in S tier. One of my favorite songs in the game, definitely. Next, we're going to look at Purple Smasher. This is from the Balloon Boy arcade game. And it's cool. It's pretty like chill. It's like a bop. Let's listen to it. Quite fast paced, you know. It's an arcade game. It's quite a good 8-bit track. So yeah, very good track. For me, I'm not a big fan of these pixelated themes. I quite like them, right? But in terms of looking at the whole soundtrack, these are pretty good. But they're not, you know, I wouldn't say they're the best in the game. But I do like them a lot. I do really like this Purple Smasher theme. It is very good. It fits the Balloon Boy game really well, and I can listen to it over and over again. You know, obviously, as I tried to complete this the game when I was playing, I didn't mind listening to this one over and over again. I actually quite liked it, and yeah, it was pretty good. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. Next, the Princess Quest theme. There's actually a couple different Princess Quest themes. I think depending on which Princess Quest machine you're playing in the game will depend on what music you have. So in the soundtrack, there's one called the Princess Quest theme and then Caught in a Loop. So let's listen to the Princess Quest theme first. This one is quite epic, actually. Do, 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 do. I do like this one a lot. I think this is from the first arcade machine, but it does have some variation in there, and I quite like it. I think it's on par with the Balloon Boy arcade game, the Purple Smasher theme. So I'm putting this one in B tier as well. I really like that one. I think this is another one from the Princess Quest games. It's called Caught in a Loop. It has sort of a lonely feeling to it. It has that kind of feeling that you're in danger. I like this one as well, but I don't think as much as the Princess Quest theme. The Princess Quest theme sounds more grand to me. Just my personal thoughts. So I think Caught in a Loop, I'm going to put that in the C tier. Yeah, again, let me know what you think down below. Alright, next. Forgotten Memories. This track is distorted in the actual game. It plays in the settings menu, as well as some of the on-screen tutorial sections. So I wasn't sure whether to include it in this list or not, because technically this song is slowed down to an almost unrecognizable state in the final game. However, I will just put it on this list because it's in the soundtrack, and I quite like it as well. So Forgotten Memories, here it is. Doesn't this sound familiar? That's right, it is. It is from the first FNAF game. It's from the original FNAF title screen. It's just, yeah, slowed down, as I said, almost completely unrecognizable in the actual game. It's just in the settings menu, mostly, that you hear it. But, you know, it's from the original FNAF. It's very, very good. But it is very short. It's only in a short section of the game. Because of just how short it is, and also it's unrecognizable in the game, I'm just putting it in the C tier. Now, granted, if this wasn't a list for the Security Breach game, of course, this is a 10 out of 10 song. This is perfect. Perfectly fits the franchise. But for this particular game, you can't really hear it in the game. So because of that, I know it's iconic. I'll just put it in the C tier for this ranking because it's not really, it's not really one of the main themes of the game that you remember from Security Breach specifically. It's from FNAF 1. High score. So this one's unused as well, but it does sound definitely like it would be a perfect theme for the arcade. Oh, this one is really good. Really good. Gets me pumped up. I can't believe they didn't use this in the final game. It really is, like, it's also epic. I do like this. Yeah, high score is so good. So yeah, for high score, it does, as it progresses, it changes up a bit. It sounds really epic. Now that I know about this song, I'll probably keep coming back to it and listening to it. It's really strong and really good. And I do like it more than, the Balloon Boy theme or the Princess Quest themes. So I'm going to put this on A tier. I think it's really good progression. The song changes a bit and builds up. And yeah, it's a shame that it's not heard more often in the game. Alright, and next, Invincibility. This is apparently unused. However, I did put question marks on this one because I couldn't find this anywhere in the game and I don't remember it. If you remember this song, let me know down below. It's called Invincibility. However, it does sound really cool, so let's listen to it. It's got the perfect vibe for the time that the game is set in. Retro vibes, but yeah, really good. And it does change, as you can see. Oh, here. Oh, and I love the electronic keyboard here. And yeah, it does change up a lot. It has a lot of variety. Actually, upon re-listening to this, I might actually change my original ranking. I just need to listen to high score again. Hold up. Okay, yeah, I think it's just not quite as good as high score, for me at least. So yeah, I'm gonna put it on B tier, but still very, very strong. But yeah, and again, I didn't remember it anywhere in the game. Let me know if you've heard it in the game. Next, Sleep No More. This one is apparently also unused, and it has more machine breathing, kind of like the Venta Black. More machines. Another very kind of creepy, scary sort of song. Sounds like it would be another good one for the trailers. Unfortunately, the final game wasn't that scary. But it would have been cool to see a bit more of a serious take on this game. I think that's what it kind of needed. Is a bit more of that horror elements to it. And yeah, it kind of stays the same. More of those uneery kind of atmospheric sounds. Yeah, but I do think Venta Black was much cooler. For that reason, I'm going to put it in C tier. I think it does its job fine, but it wasn't used in the final game, and yeah, not as good as the Venta Black one. Alright, next, Concealed Coolness. This one was unused, but it would have been used in the Chica's Feeding Frenzy arcade cabinet, which never made it into the final game, unfortunately. Sounds almost kind of like a, I don't know, Wreck-It Ralph kind of type game. It's really good. It's got that same kind of beat throughout though. I do really like it though. It's really catchy. But I think it's on par with the other, the 8-bit kind of style songs. And unfortunately, it didn't make it into the final game because that arcade cabinet was never fully added. So we're going to put it in B tier. Next is Arcade, another unused one. This one actually gives me a little bit of Stranger Things vibes. Well, it's the same kind of era, I guess. It's got like sort of a bubble popping sound that's echoing, which is kind of interesting. Another really cool, catchy theme, but it wasn't in the final game, so it's not that memorable from Security Breach. But yeah, really strong again. So I'm going to put it in the B tier. Next, No Way Out. This is quite a lengthy track. It has good variety. However, I'm not sure whether this could be used, where this could be used in the final game, and for which section it could be used in. So let's give it a listen. No Way Out. You got the piano sort of in the background. It's a little eerie. More subtle machine breathing in the background, animatronic breathing. Skip ahead. You can see it's changed now. It's sort of more dark tone now. Very cool, very cool. However, yeah, as I said, I don't know where this would be in the final game. It doesn't really fit any particular area. Maybe it could just be main menu music or something. It's alright though. It does sound pretty cool. I'm just gonna put it in the B tier. Alright, Distorted Reality Dream. Man, there are way too many unused. There's way too much unused content in this game. But what's exciting is that the DLC, which I believe is still coming early next year, may have a chance to use some of these songs that weren't previously in the game. Here's the thing with Distorted Reality Dream. It's unused. It's found in the game files, although technically it was released on SoundCloud in 2018. Way before FNAF Security Breach released, of course, because it came out last year. But whatever, I think I'll just include it because it's on the soundtrack. I do think this is really cool. This could be used, I think, if you, in the game, you uncovered something, or maybe you're watching a cutscene and you're like learning something about the story that's really like a shock or something, like a surprise, right? And it plays in the background as you find out or something. It does change throughout as well, but it's not as long as some of the others. But I will give it a B tier. It sounds decent, and it has a bit of impact, and it does mix it up. Alright, so now we're going to be looking at Scrapyard Megalodon. This is the Monty chase theme that you hear as he breaks through the fence and chases you in the beginning of the game. So yeah, let's listen to it. Does sound really cool, really epic. Sounds like there's sirens or something in the background. I'm gonna skip ahead a bit. Oh, I love all the ambient sounds they added in there, and it's really, really cool. It does sound pretty cool, but yeah, it's nothing too amazing, I would say. I think it fits the chase nicely that happens in the beginning of the game. But overall, I think it's pretty okay. It's pretty average, right? So I'm going to put it in the C tier. Alright, now let's go to the elevator themes. These are the 3 last songs I'm going to be ranking. Elevator theme is 3. This is the elevators that you hear when you're actually playing the game, going through the elevators, so let's listen to this. Of course, it's really upbeat. It's just sort of an electronic version of the main theme. Do 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 do. Changes a bit here. So yeah, really upbeat. It's really joyful. It's great. I love it. So I think I'm gonna put Elevator 3 in B tier. It's really good. And yeah, it's the elevators you hear throughout the actual game. All right, next, Elevator 2. So this is played through some of the endings, and it sounds like it's an organ playing this tune. So let's listen to it. Alright, so the Elevator 2 theme, which plays during some of the endings in Security Breach, is really good. It's got like that organ sort of sound. It sounds more unique than Elevator 1. However, it isn't as good as the true ending one, I believe, so I'm going to put this one on A tier as well. And yeah, and let's move on to Elevator 1, our last track. Wow, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. So, Elevator 1, this plays during the true ending, and really, it's just a great way to end the game. You know, you got the peaceful guitar after a very stressful game. And it's just so chill. Like, I could listen to this over and over again. It's really good. It changes a bit here. And here we go. There's the sax. Oh, so beautiful sax. Yeah, and I couldn't honestly think of a better way to finish up the game. With a song like this, you know, it's the iconic main theme, just done in a really peaceful, soothing way, and I really like it. So for that reason, Elevator 1, the true ending theme, is going to be going in S tier. And that concludes my tier list for Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach soundtrack. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of this video, and whether I should do similar videos to this, or maybe make them a bit shorter, because this video was quite long. And yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah guys, until next time, peace out.